Very good. So here today we'll see some other topics which were possible in the C51 compiler. Like in the last sessions, we have seen what all the additional data types we have, what all the additional storage types we have, and memory models like that. So they just briefly let me tell you data types, that additional data types are telling you to define the SFR addresses before using them in the program.
Just a minute.
The next thing
J10.
we spoke about is storage types.
J10, I'm
The
unmuting.
additional storage types available
In
are
this,
telling you about where
I'll
the
repeat it
variable
in a
is
normal,
located.
just in a
Like
simple way.
based on your
You are calling
requirement,
a delay subroutine.
based on your memory space and all those things, you can locate your variable in a specific memory area of 8051. Like you can locate your variable in internal RAM, in internal RAM also with direct addressing, with indirect addressing, in bit addressable space, like that. And if internal RAM is not sufficient, then go for external RAM with the help of XData, PData storage types. If your data is never going to be modified, then better keep it in the core section. Like this, different storage types are telling you about different memory areas accessing. Based on your requirement, you choose it. Okay. And when you don't provide any storage type to a variable, default it will take one or the other. It may be a global variable or local variable. It takes the same default storage type, but that is purely depends on the which memory model you have selected in the C51 compiler. So here we have three memory models. In that, one is small, next one is compact, the third one is large. So when you go with particular memory model, there is a default storage type going to be selected. It is applicable only when you don't specify any storage type. Clear? If you specify one or the other storage type, then yes, ma, no screen. Just I'm telling you about what we have discussed. There is nothing to share on the screen as per now. Okay. If I have to share, then I have to share a white page. Okay. So in this way, we have seen different data types, storage types, and memory models. Everyone is clear with that, right? What is the purpose of each one and all those things? Fine. So here, and soon you are going to get an assignment also in the Google Classroom on the completed topics. I'll post some set of questions which you need to answer by writing on the paper and uploading. That you will be getting in mostly in 1 or 2 days or in this weekend. So whatever the topics are completed till that you will have. The way you got first assignment during your Corona holidays. In the same way, you will have a second assignment. And these are the things we have done with. But we have even few more things to go with. Like as I told you, C51, that is embedded C, is an extension of your C. Where for writing embedded C program, we are going with the C51 cross compiler. Okay, fine. It is a small disturbance caused because of the small miscommunication. Like, you people are creating some troubles when you are joining into the classroom. So for that reason, they want to address you people, but they are addressing fine through their mobiles. We'll continue with our session. Okay, but not to disturb the other people, because for the sake of one person we cannot make 100 students to wait in the room. So let me go with this. Let me share a screen. You're able to see the screen, right? Fine. In this, we have already observed data types, additional data types, additional storage types, additional memory models. The next thing we are going to talk about is pointers. Yes, you have seen many things about the pointers already in the C, like you have seen character, integer, void, generic, all those things. Here also you have the same way, like pointers are of two categories in this. Like in that two categories, the first one is generic type and second one is specific type. When you go with generic type, the thing here is you can point to any type of data. Any type of data here means the data can be anywhere in the memory. Generic pointers can point to a data wherever it may be in the 8051 memory blocks. Means data can be in internal RAM, data can be in external RAM, data can be in the indirectly addressable or directly addressable, whatever it could be. So in this way, you can go for accessing. Means your data can be anywhere in the 8051 memory blocks. Now it is clear, right? Your data can be anywhere in the 8051 memory blocks, like in internal RAM or in external RAM or wherever it can be. You can use your generic pointer. But if you use memory specific type pointers, then it will point to the memory area whichever you are specifying. Try to get the difference between generic and memory specific. Generic pointer means generic type pointer can point to the data wherever it may be in 8051 memory areas. But memory specific pointers can point to the memory area whichever you are specifying. Let me show you that. And you may ask why we have to go for pointing to particular memory area when we have generic. Better to prefer that. But there will be a difference in the code size also. Let me show you that thing. For that, let me go into the Keel Microvision. You are able to see Keel IDE, right? You're able to see, right? Fine. So here, in this, let me go for taking a pointer. I'm not specifying anything. I'm not specifying to which data it is pointing, means to which memory area it is pointing. I'm taking here a variable which is of data storage type. The moment you see data storage type here, you know that your variable is located in the internal RAM. Now, let me hold the address of this internal RAM variable into the pointer. So my pointer P is pointing to which memory area now? It is pointing to which memory area? Yes, directly addressable internal RAM. Very good. Now, star P equal to some data I am assigning. See here. It works fine. And let me show you that output. Here, just for a moment, you can observe this. Here, pointer P is there, right? Normally, you have seen in your C programming, all the pointers are of same size. But here it is not. It is actually a generic pointer because we didn't specify anything here to which memory area it should point. So it becomes generic pointer. When you go for generic pointers, it will be 3 bytes of size. Pointer size here is 3 bytes. Generic pointer size is 3 bytes in this C51 compiler. And see, after that, a library call is available here. Library call is available here. You can see. And that will make your value as variable value as 3. So here, let me go into the internal RAM locations. And when all these code is executed, you can see here, see 0, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08. Means you know, as bank 0 is left over for the sake of this registers, the variables are being accessed from the bank 1 onwards. Let me magnify. So here you can see the value is loaded into 08 location. Why it is loaded into 08 location? Because you know already star P means it is modifying the variable content whichever it is pointing to. Means V content is getting modified or not? Why bank 1? Bank 0 is reserved because when you go for function calls, your general purpose registers are being used for passing argument. not only for function calls. In the same example, you can observe here. Let me go to the top one. See, we are saying pointer is of 3 bytes, this P. That pointer is holding the address. You know already from the C programming that pointer is one variable which will hold the address of another variable. Is it or not? So here, pointer variable means it is representing how many memory locations? 3 memory locations. We said that generic pointers are of 3 bytes. That 3 bytes, where it is available? R1, R2, R3. Your R1, R2, R3 is treated as a place where your pointer is located. And that pointer is holding the address of V. What is the address of V? 08. You can see here. 08 is available here. 000008. We know that internal RAM address size is only 8 bits, but it is a generic pointer. It will consider it in the form of 3 bytes. See here, this pointer is represented with 3 registers. When you are using these 3 registers, can I use the same memory space for the variables? No. So in such scenario, from which bank it is using that registers? Bank 0. That is the reason why from bank 1 onwards variables are located. So you can say blindly that when you are using any pointer which are pointing to internal RAM, that pointers are by default accessed from the bank 0. If you are using any pointer in your program to access internal RAM memory area, then that pointer is available in bank 0 registers by default. That is one of the reason. The other reason is when you go with 08 is what here variable, the V variable address, that is not the pointer address. And the other reason here is when you call any function in the program, you know that arguments are passed through the CPU registers. So that time also by default it will take bank 0 registers only. Clear? So for that reason, bank 0 register space is just kept for some other purpose, and bank 1 onwards it is using for other purpose, because both should not get overlapped. And here let me show you the other thing. Just for some time I'll turn off this magnifier. And same pointer, but let me take another data here. Like my data type here is Z, which is of X data type. X data means where the variable is located. In external RAM. Very good. So now let me go for P equal to address of Z. Now I'll modify this. You can see one benefit here. See, my work with internal RAM is done. No more I need to point to the V variable. I don't have any more requirement now. It is pointed and it has done the modifications required. Then I can use the same pointer to point to another data now. And that data can be anywhere. It is not that it should be in internal RAM only. It can be anywhere in the memory area. Previously, I have pointed the internal RAM memory area because my V is in internal RAM. Now I am pointing to the external RAM memory area. It is allowed because it is generic. It can point to the variable wherever it may be. And see here, it works all fine. See, when it is pointing to internal RAM memory area, this is how it is available. When it is going with this one, see how it is available. When P is pointing to the Z, just R3 got incremented. What is the value of R3 previously? See here, 0. Try to understand here where your external RAM variable is available. At 0, 0. Yes, at 0, 0 location. Your internal RAM variable is located at 0, 8. When your external RAM variable is located at 0, 0 location, why it is taking R3 as 0, 1? From 0, when it is incremented, it became 0, 1 only, right? Let me show you here with the magnifier. Initially, when my variable is pointing to internal RAM, look at here. R1 is loaded with 0, 8. R2 is loaded with 0, 0. R3 is loaded with 0, 0. 3 bytes. But is it really 3 bytes of address? Is it variable address is 3 bytes? No. When you are using generic pointer, it is holding 3 byte address. Yes. But in that first byte, that means higher byte I am talking about. Higher byte is telling you about the memory type. When your pointer, generic pointer is pointing to internal RAM or external RAM, because these are only the two memory areas where you can point through the pointer. Pointer means indirect addressing, I am telling you. Indirectly, you can point to only two memory areas. One is internal RAM, other is external RAM. So with generic pointer, when I am pointing to internal RAM or external RAM, the size of the pointer is 3 bytes. In that, in the higher byte memory location, it is holding the memory type. Means to which memory area it is pointing. Like if it is internal RAM, it will be specifying 0, 0. If it is external RAM, it will specify it as 0, 1, like that. So in that way, higher byte will tell you about the memory area to which your generic pointer is pointing. When you come to the next 2 bytes, this will tell you about the 16-bit address. Here also you can raise one question. Your internal RAM locations are from 00 to FF only. Means your address of the variable is with 8-bit only. Then how the address will be represented in 16-bit? By appending higher byte with 0. Okay? By appending higher byte with 0. Higher byte means R3, yes. Higher byte, whatever is there in R3, it will tell you about the memory area. And R2, R1 will tell you about the address of the variable to which it is pointing. If the address of variable is in the internal RAM, then it will be actually 8-bit address only. But if address of the variable is in external RAM, it is 16-bit. Okay? So in this way, see, once when this work is over, later on, See, R3 value, previously it was 0, 0, now it became 0, 1. See, 0, 1 is a memory type and external RAM it is pointing. So 16-bit address to which memory it is pointing in external RAM? 0, 0, 0, 0. Even you can see the data you have copied will go to which memory location? Here. I can show you. X colon R3 is incremented just to show you the different memory area. You can see here 04 is copied into which? This one. R3 cannot be same. Appending means it will add automatically higher byte as 00. Let me show you in more clear way. I'll take these two variables as global variable to clear it in a better way or to make you understand in a better way. Just let me go with. See, my V is in internal RAM and I'm making it to locate at 0x 6 8 location. Where my V variable is located? In internal RAM and in a specific memory location called 0x68. Very good. Even let me go with this. I'll make it as FF12. So where my Z is located in the external RAM? In a 16-bit address called FF12. So where your variables are, that is clear to you, right? Say something, yes or no? Fine. So when my P is pointing to V, which address it is holding, ma? 68. Very good. In the next case, when P is pointing to Z, to which address it is holding? Fine. So here, now see, here, I'm going with step by step. See, R168, because it is only 8-bit address, this is lower byte. It is treated as a lower byte address. But our internal RAM address is only 1 byte. We don't have any higher byte. So higher byte will be left untreated. It is 0. Next, R3 is telling you about the memory type. 00 means it is internal RAM variable address, it is saying. Clear? Now when I go for This, you can observe the output in the 6-8 location also. D column. You can see here in 6-8 location 3 value is copied or not. How can a P pointer holds a 16-bit address? Why it should not hold? It can hold any 16-bit address because maximum my address here can be of 16-bit. Internal RAM only 8-bit, but external RAM 16-bit. So they are giving the possibility to the maximum case. If it is internal RAM, only 8-bit address, other byte will be 0. If it is pointing to external RAM, it can be 16-bit address. Yes, external RAM means 16-bit. Internal RAM, if it is pointing, higher byte will be made as 00. So here your value is copied, and now see when it is pointing to external RAM, can you observe here FF12? FF is your higher byte of 16-bit address and 12 is lower byte of your 16-bit address. So your 16-bit address is available here and memory type here is 01. So what is the memory type it is displaying for you? When it is internal RAM, it is 00. When it is external RAM, it is 01. And only the conclusion you can come here is generic pointer means it can point to the data wherever it can be. Wherever it can be means it can be in internal RAM or external RAM. Okay. Now, just let me take only one variable just for showing you the code size. I'm commenting the other portion. You can see here, it is 44 bytes. Yes? Fine. So let me go here with pointer type as iData. Means I'm now going with the specific memory, specific pointer. Previously, I didn't mention any storage type. Means that is generic. Now I'm taking it as a specific type. Specific type of which one? iData. iData means this pointer can point only to the internal RAM. It can point only to the internal RAM. Only to the internal RAM means internal RAM addressing space is 00 to FF. So your pointer size will be how much? 1 byte only. See the code size difference. Previously it was 44. Now it is 20. Because there is a library call and pointer size is also big. But now it is 20 bytes. And see the code generated for it. Addressable variable or direct addressable variable. Yes, it is coming my screen. Just wait a minute. See, iData means IData means what type it is? It is in internal RAM only, right? Pointer means indirectly addressable only, right? Pointer means indirectly addressable only. You are able to see the screen, right? So now let me go with code generated. Here, see your variable 68. This 68 address is copied into which register? R0. Now address is taken in form of how many bytes? Only 1 byte. Means if my pointer type is IData, means this pointer can point to only internal RAM. So what will be the pointer size? 1 byte. Why it is 1 byte? Because our internal RAM memory space is from 00 to FF. So P can hold only the addresses from 00 to FF. And everything will be done fine. You will get the output. You can see here. Let me magnify. See, the way you have modified your internal RAM location previously, now also you are able to modify. But one thing here, the problem is, if I want to point IData upper bytes is external memory only. No, upper byte, how come it is external memory, ma? It is indirectly addressable RAM. Indirectly addressable data memory means it is 00 to FF of internal RAM. Here let me take, I have a data which is of X data type, means where my variable is in external RAM. But strictly you have mentioned here that pointer can point only to the internal RAM. IData type means your pointer can point only to the internal RAM. After mentioning specially that it can point only to internal RAM, if you try to make it to point to the external RAM, will it work? You have specified that. No, yes, very good. We are specifying here that it should point only to the internal RAM content. But we are forcing it to point again to X data type. See? And here, did you observe there is a warning called pointer different mismatching? It is a warning. Don't ignore this warning. You have to consider it. In this C51 compiler, some of the warnings also programmer should consider. Not all, some of them. Why I am specifying this is, during C programming, you will ignore all the warnings. Is it or not? But here, you have to consider few warnings. See, let me go for debugging. You may think that it is a warning only, so I can go for accessing mismatching space, ma, because you have forced it to access only internal RAM, but you are trying to access external RAM. the pointer which you have used, which should point only to the internal RAM, but you are making it to point to another. So it is a mismatching or not? See here. First one, it will point properly because that is an internal RAM variable. Later on, see, you can easily guess here, when you are pointing with the help of P to Z, Z is in the external RAM. So when you put something with the star P, it should copy into the external RAM or not? Yes. When it is writing into the external RAM, you know that MOVX is mandatory. Is it or not? You are thinking, being a programmer, you are thinking that it is pointing because it has not thrown any error. But there is a logical bug here. See, you have located Z in the external RAM, but when you are pointing through P, to which location it is pointing? It is not pointing to the external RAM. It is typecasted that it is internal RAM. Are you going to get the expected output here? No, you will not get expected output here. You are expecting that it is pointing to external RAM, but it is not treating it as an external RAM because clearly you have instructed to the compiler that this pointer can point only to the internal RAM. So when you go with the memory specific pointers, you have to observe very clearly. Pointer is of what type and what is the data you are giving. This is the observation you have to make it. If you don't know that upcoming variable is going to be in internal RAM or in external RAM, better go with the generic pointer. Okay. If you are very much clear that you want to point only to the internal RAM, then go with the memory specific. Or if you are clear that you are pointing only to external RAM, then also go with memory specific. Memory specific will reduce the code size, but it can point only to that specific memory area. Generic pointer will increase the code size, but it can point to the data wherever it may be. If I take here this portion, I'll comment first portion. Think that my data is in the external RAM. So I'm commenting the portion which I'm using for the internal RAM thing. And I'll make sure that my pointer is pointing to X data type. Here, what is the specific memory area I'm mentioning? Pointer P can point to external RAM. Now, can it point to Z or not? Can it point to Z? Yes. Because you have strictly informed to the compiler that it can point to the external RAM. So let me go with it now. Did you observe previously when you are using iData, the code size is 20 bytes. Now it is 22. But during your generic pointer, the code size is around 40 bytes. So generic pointer code size will be big. Now when you go with Xdata, what is the pointer size ma? Means pointer is able to hold how much address? 16 bits. So X data pointer size is how much? 16 bits. P here, X data, P is of X data. So it is 2 bytes. Yes. If P is I data type, it is 1 byte. If P you are not mentioning anything, then it is 3 bytes. Now let me show you the output. What is the memory location we are accessing here? FF12. Let the 12 memory location content. I'll magnify the screen. See 04. Is it clear? So in this way, if you know to which memory area you want to point clearly, then go with pointer pointing to that memory area only, which is called as a specific type. And if you go with generic pointer, the advantage is it can point to data anywhere it can be, but disadvantage is code size is more. Here, let me share a screen. Now you are getting it, right? See, one of the student here asked that can pointer be of data type? See here. Let me go into this. Where it is copying, observe. Your variable internal RAM location is located at 1, 2. Yes, absolutely it works. Here what this storage type or memory type is telling you all about. To which memory area it will point. You make a note of this. With pointer, whatever the storage type you are providing, it is telling about pointer can point to the data in that memory area. When I provide data, then pointer can point only to the directly addressable RAM. Directly addressable RAM means 0, 0 to 7F only. You try to note this point clearly. The storage type I am mentioning to the pointer will tell you about pointer can point to which data. If I provide data as a storage type here to the pointer, this will define that pointer can point to directly addressable RAM only. If I provide here iData, pointer can point to indirectly addressable RAM only. Like this, which memory area it can access, that it will tell you all about. Okay. What you do is, let me go for first one, generic. I'll not mention anything. You take this snapshot and you can also observe the code generated. It is a generic pointer. Generic pointer size here is 3 bytes. You take this snapshot. This code will explain about, let me comment here. It is a generic pointer. P is generic pointer. Okay, did you take the snapshot? One you can keep it as internal RAM, other external RAM. Did you took it? You people can turn off the video, ma. It is not required video. In previous example, variable is data type and pointer is iData type. Is that okay? Yes, because your data means 00 to 7F. iData means it can point from 00 to FF. So that is okay because both are in the common memory area. They have the common memory space, right? We are saying that pointer can point from 00 to FF. But your variable is available in 00 to 7F. Okay. Type is different, but the type is talking about what? Memory range. Okay. This is all about the pointers. Is it clear with generic and memory specific? Note down these points. Generic pointers in C51 compiler is of 3 bytes. Memory specific pointer can be of 1 byte or it can be of 2 bytes. Based on that pointer is pointing to internal RAM or external RAM. If memory specific pointer is pointing to internal RAM, it is 1 byte. And memory specific pointer, if it is pointing to whole external RAM, then it is 2 bytes. Okay. This is how you can explain the pointers available in C51 compiler. Generic pointer can point to the data wherever it may be. Generic pointer can point to the data wherever it may be. The data may be in internal RAM or it may be in external RAM. Is it clear? See, here this pointer is able to point to V, but where is V? In internal RAM. The pointer is able to point to Z. Where is Z? It is in external RAM. So generic pointer can point to the variable wherever the variable may be. But memory specific pointers, let me is it clear? If you go with this memory specific pointer, it can point to that memory area only. Typecasting means, yes, it will happen. Typecasting means what you are expecting. this P pointer can point to the data wherever the data may be. Wherever may be means it may be in internal RAM or external RAM or wherever it can be. But if I go with specific pointer, it can point only to the data if it is in the internal RAM. iData by accessing the external. No. If pointer type is iData, no, you cannot go for accessing external RAM address. It will throw a warning, but you should consider that warning. If pointer is of iData, means it can point only to the internal RAM. Because iData means it is RAM accessing, right? Typecasting, there it will not happen. Okay, very good. So this is what about the pointers we have in the C fiber. Somebody has asked about posting something. Okay, with this for today, I'm stopping, but you don't go out from the meeting. There is a small thing to be announced. You be in the meeting only. Okay. And tomorrow our class will be as usual at 2 o'clock and you start joining from 1:45. Typecasting cannot happen with memory specific. Yes. See, you are saying that it should point to the specific area. How compiler will do? You are forcing the compiler not to point to other memory area. Then how come that happens? When you force the compiler, it will not go for doing it. Okay. Is there any other point should I discuss? Okay. Just be in the meeting itself, and tomorrow again our class will be as usual in our timing only.